Are they gonna see that?
Good evening and welcome all faculty, parents, distinguished guests, and of course, the class of 2015. Tonight is the night we have been anticipating for the past 4 years. Every class we've taken, every test we've prepared for, has led us to this very moment in time. As freshmen, we looked to graduation as a foreign, almost unattainable goal. We thought it would be an eternity before we'd be given the opportunity to walk across the stage. And yet, as our eyes were fixed on this ultimate finale, the best days of our lives were undoubtedly taking place. Tonight, we all gather here together to celebrate the end of a journey and the beginning of the rest of our lives. We are here to congratulate our accomplishments while giving thanks to those who made it possible. Over the course of the past year, we've experienced a number of lasts. Our last homecoming dance, our last game played under the lights, our last day of school. And as it is only natural that we remember the last of times, we must realize that this is truly the beginning. Instead of looking at this evening as the last time we will all be together, we must consider it a first. Tonight, we are the very first graduating class to walk across the brand new stage of Benjamin Hall. Tonight is the first opportunity we will have to reflect on our collection of high school experiences and to use them to turn the world into a better, more encouraging place. In the words of Mark Twain, the secret of getting ahead is getting started. So please, let's get started by welcoming one final time the reason why we are all here, the class of 2015.
Wow. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to Benjamin Hall. How long have we waited to have graduation in this beautiful building? Congratulations to the seniors for having made it just under the wire to graduate from home, from the upper school campus. Welcome to the commencement, everyone. The commencement exercises of the class of 2015. These are the students who made a lot of people in the audience laugh and cry at their baccalaureate on Wednesday evening. They crossed the threshold from childhood to adulthood by publicly expressing their deep appreciation for their teachers, their very, very fine teachers, and their wonderful parents. In behavioral psychology, this is known as the disillusionment of central position. What does that mean? That is the moment when a child realizes that he or she does not exist at the center of the universe. How many of you remember that stage? It is that very human moment of realization for children that others wiser than they, such as you and the folks sitting on the first couple of rows, have shaped and educated them to be who they are. On Wednesday evening, their parents and their teachers witnessed the class of 2015's crossing that threshold into adulthood. And related to this, I recently heard the keynote graduation speech delivered on a live video stream from Muhlenberg College in Pennsylvania, where my niece was graduating as salutatorian, and I was unable to be in attendance. The gentleman who spoke was leaving that college to assume the position of president of the University of Richmond. Once I started to listen to his speech, I quickly grabbed my iPhone because it looked very necessary at that point to take notes. I realized he was making some really important comments. He identified a spiral staircase as a metaphor for life. We do not outgrow the human condition, he told us, as we grow older and wiser. Our feelings are still hurt, we still cry, we still experience disappointment. However, these emotions are buffered more and more by what we learned from the past. He was making a great deal of sense to me. Where the emotion is the same, we feel it at the next rung up, supported by the cushion of previous experience. So, attached to this idea, as he spoke, is the greater access to mindfulness as you grow older and older and more sophisticated and capable in the art of living. We manage to maintain greater balance and civility when confronted with an unintentional or even intentional aggression. So how many of you realize now that you're able to handle an argument a little bit better? Maybe at home, maybe with husband or wife than you used to? When you get to be my age, you'll know that there are no more arguments at home. There's absolutely nothing left to argue about. With the support of continued exposure to life, we are more capable of relating to how the other person might feel. His points were terrific. They were really meaningful to me. The third and last point this gentleman made was the vital importance of mentors throughout one's life. Now, this sort of wraps it all together. These are the folks who help you up the spiral staircase and remind you to consider where the aggression of the other person may be embedded. The importance of mentors segues well into the introduction of the gentleman who will follow me at the podium. He is considerably younger than I am, but it is obvious to me that he has been ascending that spiral staircase with disproportionate speed. He displays a level of wisdom as well as judgment so pristine that he serves as a mentor to many of us who look to him for illuminating our path. He is the brains behind and with the singular attention to detail that were critical in the conception, construction, and delivery of the building in which we sit this evening. I am really very, very proud to introduce the way too humble Chairman of the Benjamin Board of Trustees, Mr. Ray Graziato.
Wow. Thank you, Bob. I think we must first start by thanking that man, Bob Goldberg, his faculty, his staff, LADA in particular here at the Upler School, Chuck Hagee, and retiring Robin Quaid. Thank you all. Look at this. Look at what's been produced here. They deserve a huge round of applause. You know, they work so hard every day. It's amazing that the results aren't amazing, but it's amazing the dedication that they have. You know, all of them should be paid 10 times what they're getting paid. Good point. Right. So, you know, these are times to maybe reach back and try to say something profound. I'm not good at doing that, so I thought maybe I would just think about my own commencement and what that was like. And frankly, I didn't remember much. I didn't remember the speakers. I remembered being hot. I remembered wanting to try to get on to the party afterwards. I think that's pretty common, right? One thing I did remember is I felt maybe a little nervous, a little small, a little not quite sure of what would be next in my life. And I think as a parent, you're probably having the similar feeling. If they're having feelings like that in some level, I know as a parent, my daughter's here tonight, and we're not quite there yet on the graduation scene, but the idea of the kid leaving the nest is something that, you know, it's got to be troubling on some level. So, I wanted to share something that I think is really important. In this role, I get to see and talk to literally dozens of students that have left, young ladies and men that have left the school and have gone on, and they come back to visit. And one of the really terrific things that I get to do is speak to them. And the thing I always ask them is, how well were you prepared? What did Benjamin do for you? When you went off to these fabulous colleges and universities, how did you feel? And I've not gotten anything other than one answer, which is excellent. I was excellent. I was really well prepared. I didn't feel at all overwhelmed. I could write better than anybody around me. I knew how to take in and study, and the experience either was great, meaning they've gone on and graduated from their college or university, or as freshmen, they're having the time of their lives. So I say to the parents, don't worry. I say to you all, don't worry, you are prepared, and you're going to have a great time. You can do anything that is that you set your mind to. I hope that you work hard and have fun, and maybe take risks, right? Take a little bit of risks. Don't be a riverboat gambler, but if you can stick your neck out a little bit and know that you're prepared, I think that'll serve you well. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees, a hearty congratulations to you all.
Ben, I'm sorry. So sorry. You know, that actually felt good. I think Mr. and Mrs. Greenspan would know what I mean by that. I would say that there's a bit of a mistake on the program, that it doesn't indicate that someone would get up and introduce the salutatorian and the valedictorian, so I apologize for that. Luckily, Mr. Bachman and I looked at each other frantically for a split second and realized that we had missed a cue. So we all learn from our mistakes, ladies and gentlemen, and one was just made, but recoverable nonetheless. There's not really much to tell you about the salutatorian and the valedictorian that you would not realize generically. You're looking at 114 excellently prepared young ladies and young men ready to embark on an even more rigorous college program. But I need to tell you, and I think you all know this, that the rigor that they've already encountered is significant. And comparatively speaking, it is much greater than is found typically across the country. Now, these two individuals who will come up after my introduction are folks who exceeded beyond, above, on top of the very heightened, unusual, superior requirements of a Benjamin School education. So when you do hear them and when they do ascend to the podium, would you please remember to whom you're listening? You're listening to two folks who excel to an extreme that they have received the highest academic average of a group of 114 students who are on their way and off to some of the most prestigious universities and colleges in the country. Now, I don't want to have to come up again because you certainly have heard enough from me. So what I'm going to do is to introduce both at the same time, and after Mr. Benjamin Morris Greenspan speaks and is seated, you will, as salutatorian, you will hear Miss Alexandra Patricia Murray address you as our valedictorian, the top graduating student in the class of 2015. Thank you. I'm sorry, Ben.
The first book I ever learned to read was Harold and the Purple Crayon. Now, the story is about a young boy named Harold who uses his trusty crayon to create his own world, his own incredible adventures with dragons and hot air balloons and a porcupine for some reason. But all those creations and experiences come after Harold's first action. He draws a crescent moon that follows him wherever he goes. Whether it be over mountains, across oceans, or in a free fall of nothingness, the moon persists. I still have that first copy of Harold and the Purple Crayon, though until recently, it was hidden under econ and calculus notes on my bedside table. Frankly, I hadn't even thought of my first literary pal for years, but only after a rare effort towards organization on my part did I find the paperback story and recall a more than decade-old memory. I was a pre-K student at the time at Benjamin, and my mother was taking me to the Palm Beach Gardens Public Library after school for story time. Per Greenspan habit, we were late, and the story had already begun. My mom suggested that I quietly slip into the room and try to piece together what I had missed, but I was insistent that I have a full story. So with all my 4-year-old might, I dragged her over to the children's book section, and to appease her, picked a book that was her favorite color, purple. She knelt down beside me and reached for the book, and I assertively knocked away her hand, confident that I could begin the story on my own. I was wrong. I stumbled over the first page and a couple pages after that. My mom was by my side, helping to sound out more difficult words like moose and ocean. Eventually, though, I became more confident in my pronunciation, and my mom, cognizant of my progress, gradually let me take the reins on fighting through the multisyllabic words. By the end of the book, I was in control, but my mom's presence comforted me. Now, I previously mentioned that I still have that copy, and I do, because we borrowed it that day from the library and I never returned it. It's still with me, even if I don't read it as often as I used to. So when I found it once more a couple weeks ago, I realized a few things. One, Harold was probably tripping on something. But more importantly, I found that I was Harold right now more than ever before. As we graduate and leave for our own adventures, we use not only our high school educations, but our entire childhood experiences to draw our own paths and create our own opportunities, whether they be purple or not. And wherever we go, our moons will always follow us, not necessarily physically, but in spirit. Each person up here has their own moon, their own guiding light, whether it be a religious figure, parent, friend, or a combination. For me, my moon was drawn in part by something purple as well, a purple heart. My friend Aaron Ray, known to his friends as A-Ray, is a veteran of the war in Afghanistan, where he served as a sniper for the Army Rangers and was wounded in the line of duty. I met him 5 years ago when he was a counselor at my summer camp, and he guided me through some very difficult emotional times. I found out yesterday that A-Ray couldn't make it tonight because of an unexpected business obligation at his job in Chicago. But to me, he never leaves my side or my heart, thanks in part to his dog tag, which somehow fell back into my robe, which some of you may have seen me wearing. It's provided me with immense ease in times of uncertainty. So as we flip our tassels to the other side, I urge all of us to be excited to see where our purple crayon may take us, but comforted and thankful for our moons, because with our moons above our heads, we'll always be home. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our valedictorian, Alexandra Patricia Murray.
Good evening. I'd like to begin with a big thank you to all the parents, family, and faculty that have made our walk across this stage possible. We wouldn't be here without you. On behalf of the class of 2015, and on the heels of an emotional baccalaureate ceremony, I'd like to reiterate how blessed we are to have you. Whether we believe it or not, you all and the Benjamin School have provided the environment and opportunities that shaped who we have become. It is truly an honor for me to speak in front of this audience and my class of soon-to-be wildly successful college students. In my high school career, I have learned much about the English language. The relationship between words and their meanings is important, because some words can describe the same thing but have opposite meanings. A paradox, you say? My answer is this. There are two words that used to describe tonight: graduation and commencement. The word graduation evokes the feeling like something is ending, which it is. High school has come to an end for us. No more pizza days, TGIF chants in assembly, or Andy Weir tearing up the dance floor. No more 7 classes a day, no more uniforms, no more underclassmen taking our spots. But really, graduation has an air of finality. There's a phrase which completely encompasses my feelings about graduation, which include nostalgia and accomplishment for getting this far in the face of adversity. The phrase is attributed to current philosopher and rap star Drake. He says, "We started from the bottom, now we're here." Now, at the bottom, as freshmen, we learned how to take on high school. We recovered from the embarrassment of homecoming week, made it to our first high school dance, played many sports. Sophomore year, we became more arrogant, thrilled to lose the title of freshman. Junior year, we became upperclassmen and breathed a sigh of relief. We went to prom and stopped tuning out when people talked about college. Then we became seniors. And I'm not the only one that is surprised we all survived that first semester of applying to colleges. Second semester rolled around, and as Max said, soon we started experiencing things for the last time. Our last test, our last lunch, last lake jump, our last day. So we started from the bottom, now we're here at graduation. So is it the end? Or is it the start of something new? Hashtag Troy Bolton. They call this a commencement ceremony. Well, that's what commencement means, a beginning. It is at this moment that everything changes. It is at this new beginning that we can choose to change the direction that our lives are heading in. I don't know what the future holds for us. I can't tell you what to do or how to do it. I'm just as clueless and excited about the real world as you all. But I do know the focus and direction that I want my life to take. Look at the people in our lives. Look at their effect on us. Recall the baccalaureate ceremony where we recognized how these adults have influenced and changed us. Now at this commencement ceremony, we must begin our adulthood as one of influence and change. In Ursula Le Guin's introduction to her novel, Left Hand of Darkness, she writes that after we have experienced good, significant art, especially a book, we may find that we're a bit different from what we were before we read it, that we have been changed a little. Here's my metaphor. I can act as the art, and I can change you. Not necessarily in a considerable way, but after having known me, you will not be the same as you were before. Each of us has the power to leave a mark, no matter how small, that can't be erased. So this is my challenge to you, the class of 2015. Leave the world a bit different than how you found it. The way to do this is through our relationships. As we complete this transition begun tonight, we bear the responsibility of doing good unto others. Material things fade. The only enduring thing that we leave behind is the mark we have left on the people we've known. I'm not asking you to single-handedly change the world. You don't have to be president or cure cancer, even though either of those would be great. Looking at you, Maria. But all I'm saying is that those positive ripples that you're causing today, those make waves tomorrow. Just as we are a little bit different from after having read a good book like Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close by Jonathan Safran Foer, or seen a good movie like Step Brothers, which is something that I can never unsee. We have a duty to make the world a little bit different while having lived in it. It lies within this, we have the same power as famous poets, playwrights, politicians, musicians, and authors. It lies within the sanctity and longevity of language and the ability to affect someone's soul, to have an impact. This is a core belief of mine, and if you remember nothing else, remember that how big of a change we make is not up to us. It doesn't matter. But regardless, it is incumbent upon us to make that change anyway. I'd like to close by congratulating the class of 2015 and reminding everyone that on this extraordinary day, we are young, and each moment is a once-in-a-lifetime moment. Remember that immense, untouched potential that lies within you. I not only believe that we can have an impact, but we should have an impact on the world around us. And so, ready or not, real life is knocking at our door, and it's time to embrace every moment of it. Thank you.
Whoa.
Good evening, distinguished guests, members of the Board of Trustees, parents, family members, faculty, and especially members of the class of 2015. It is my distinct honor to be with you this evening as we celebrate commencement in this magnificent Benjamin Hall. The final individual awards that we present each year prior to the presentation of diplomas are the two Founders' Cups. Mr. and Mrs. Benjamin had a very particular vision when they founded our school more than 5 decades ago. Central to that vision was the hope that students who attended the school would grow both in wisdom and character. Each year, the faculty of the upper school campus selects one senior boy and one senior girl as recipients of the Founders' Cups. The students selected for this honor are recognized by the faculty as students who exemplify the very best of what it means to be a member of the Benjamin School community. And I know that you will all agree with me when I announce this year's honorees that they truly do live the ideals that Mr. and Mrs. Benjamin held dear when they first started this school. So with no further ado, this year's winner of the Nancy Benjamin Founders Cup Award is Reagan John. Your sister. Very proud brother. This year's winner of the Marshall Benjamin Founders Cup Award is Andy Weir. Okay, and now the moments you've been waiting for, the presentation of the diplomas. You guys ready? Stand. Alexandra Patricia Murray. Benjamin Morris Greenspan. Max Joseph Chesness. Gabrielle Elizabeth Aguirre. Monica Elizabeth Anderson. Nicole Jo Archer. Piper Ashley Austin. Angelica Stella Bafidis. William Harold Bafidis. Alec James Batts. Julia Dawn Batts. Thomas Edward Camp. Nicholas Jorge Castries. Danshi Chen. Patrick Kieran Clancy. Get down a little closer. Cameron Nicole Klein. Hannah Patricia Cogswell. Tyler Harrison Kaliski. Maria Danielle Dotolo. Madison Rose DeLeo. Hannah Elizabeth Denenberg. Morgan Alexandra Ditoronto. Andres Jose Dominici. Caroline McNair Downey. Christopher Bennett Erdman. Stephen Charles Fasul. Robert Michael Ferrugia. Robert Taylor Friedley. Amelia Woodruff Gardner. Giovanna Andrea Giraldo. Isabel Ray Grable. Samantha Elizabeth Guildford. Carolina Delfina Haddad. Rachel Hope Hagee. Caroline Keene Hopkins. Alexis Brianna Howell. Inga Rianne Iverson. Reagan Elizabeth John. Chindo Jiang. Virginia Erin Johnson. Tyler Jennings Caston.
Oh, TK!
Emily Ann Katz. Brooke Ashley Kaufman. Caitlin Michelle Keller. Carlisle Wycliffe Kennerly. Ethan Chase Klein.
Yeah, Ethan.
Tanner Allen Kroll. Hadley Nutting Lane. Camille Maureen Lamoya. Michael Joseph Lay. Jonathan Wen Lee. Jalen Cade Ledger. Lillian Jane Lesser. Mark Robert Libowitz. Rebecca Alexandra Lichtblau. Savannah Lorraine Logan. Haley Preston McGregor. Kelsey Carter McGregor. Maria Monica Macheco. Brandon Foster Mackless. Dylan Alexa Malamala. Hannah Beth Molaski. Kyle Joseph Malone. Mason Roman Manos. Emma Carolyn McCarthy. William Patrick McCluskey. Madeline Sithlin Moss. Charles Alexander Mountain. Michael Patrick Mortimer Mullery. Bridget Siobhan Murray. Natalie Nicole Newman. Casey Grace Nicholas. Ole Broderson Nissen II. Agne Numa Vichute. Catherine Grace O'Hare. Robert James O'Leary. Kevin Michael Oken. Myra Alejandra Pelayo Bernal. Adrian Perez Vargas. Vincent Albert Pileggi. Elizabeth Lukens Potts. Kimberly Ray Price. Parker Bruce Quinn. Ashley Lauren Reback. Stephen Michael Edward Reese. Kelly McMillan Reed. Edward Ernest Rick. Dave Aubrey Robinson, Jr. Stephanie Page Roche. Antonio Nicolas Rodriguez. Cole Benjamin Ronquillo. Trevor William Ross. Kiefer Dylan Ruckert. Christy Brooke Sadoka. Savannah Renee Size. Jillian Camille Sander. Spencer McCartney Shar. Sebastian Joachim Schiller. Sydney Vidston Schultz. Samuel Jeremy Seabridge. Brittany Lane Searson. Gretchen Olivia Sousa. Balin Nicholas Sparks. Catherine Mason Spina. Samantha Elizabeth Stilley. Annie Murtaza Naqvi Sayed. John Gerard True. Keo Josephine Vigliotti. Kyle Allen Vincent.
Yeah, Kyle. Kyle.
Thomas Daniel von Lemden. John Andrew Weir. Max William Wolf Rodriguez. Ding Zhang. And Carolina Zindel.
So what's next? Tassels to the left. They did that very well. Now, with the power vested in me by the Benjamin School Board of Trustees, I now pronounce you alumni of the class of 2015.
she took her love for to gaze a while upon the fields of barley. In his arms she fell as her hair came down among the fields of gold. Will you stay with me? Will you be my love among the fields of barley? We'll forget the sun in his jealous sky as we lie in fields of gold. I never made promises lightly, and there have been some that I've broken. I swear in the days still left, we will walk in fields of gold. We will walk in fields of Many years have passed since those summer days among the fields of barley. See the children run as the sun goes down among the fields of gold. I never made promises lightly, and there have been some that I've broken. I swear in the days still left, we will walk in fields of gold. We will walk in fields of gold. You'll remember me when the west wind moves among the fields of barley. You can tell the sun in his jealous sky as we lie in fields of gold. As we walk in fields of When the sun breaks free of the sea,